you do have a choice. You have a choice. So that video was me balling out yesterday when I went on a hike. It's the first hike I've gone on in 5 years. I had the secret that I haven't shared, that I have EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It's hard. It's really hard to live with it. I've kind of been keeping it a secret for a long time. Very, very few close friends and family members, not even my whole family, is aware that I'm even going through it. Because it's very personal. It's very hard to admit, especially as a fitness professional, to go and get to a place where you're living your whole life very, very active and very, on top of your game, running a fitness business, and suddenly you're waking up every day in chronic pain in almost every single joint. And what has been your passion and what you teach other people to do, move in a healthy and effective way, all of a sudden is your biggest struggle. Like, you're going from teaching people how to squat all day to struggling to walking upstairs, and I've hit it the whole time. I really want to thank Sol Orwell for sharing. It was just amazing timing. After I came back from that hike, I saw that the status he shared about EDS, just saying, I have EDS. It's hard to live with. I've had like 7 surgeries, or maybe he was referring to Kamal, I think. But just saying it, it was just mind blowing to me. Just somebody else saying I have EDS, because it's something that I've hid for so long, and just admitting it. Last week I got to a point where I decided, you know what? Screw it. Screw EDS. I'm not letting it control my life anymore. And I got off all painkillers completely that I've been on for years. And I went through the withdrawal. I got off painkillers, and that hike was a really monumental moment for me. I have not gone on a hike in over 10 years because of my joints. It just got to a point where I decided, you know what, I'm going to start doing the physical therapy and everything I need to do. Doctors told me that, I've seen over 60 doctors for this thing over the years, and a lot of people didn't know what it was. A lot of people thought it was in my head. There were very, very few doctors that understood. There's one, actually. There was only one, and a few physical therapists that actually understood it, that he referred me to. The one doctor I have to give a shout out, his name's Victor Ibrahim. He's a physiatrist in DC. He's rated the top physiatrist in DC by a number of awards and magazines. And he just saw how crazy my condition was, and saw how I had just been shunned and just not... I had been failed by the medical system. I had gone to over 60 doctors. Waited 6 months for an appointment with the Johns Hopkins Connective Tissue Disorder Clinic. And what did they tell me when I waited after 6 months? Did an hour exam. They told me, it's not clear if you have EDS, but if you do, what you want to do is limit your activity and wear braces on your joints for the rest of your life. Thanks, doc. That was on my way. So yeah, just having a doctor who actually understood what was going on and has been doing treatments on me and has been bringing me in during his lunch hour and treating me for free for the last year, because these treatments would be crazy expensive. I guess it's what gave me the strength and got me to the point where over the last month I've kind of decided I'm going to get off painkillers. I'm going to start taking physical therapy a lot more seriously, and I'm going to stop letting this pain and this hypermobility in my joints control my life. So felt good to rant about all of that. I am so sure there is somebody else, at least one other person out there, who's going to watch this video and is going to be where I was a year ago, maybe even a couple months ago, where you just don't see any other possibility. There's no other future. Like, your life is just screwed over And it might not be EDS, okay? You might have something different. There are plenty of other disorders, similar thing, where you can't see it. You look at me, and I look like an in-shape guy, okay? Like, you don't know that I'm going through chronic pain. So, these invisible disorders like this are hard to deal with. I hope somebody out there will see this and will hear my words and realize you do have a choice. You have a choice. And so many people told me this over the last year, and I wasn't ready to hear it, because I wasn't willing to live a life anything other than what I was used to, which was just living free without limits, not having to worry about if I go there, am I going to be in pain? But you have a choice. At the end of the day, you have two choices. You can not live and stay in your room and do nothing, or you can say, screw it. I'm here, I have a life, and I'm going to make the most of it regardless. So if it means I'm going to be in pain sometimes, if it means that I have to do all these crazy, intense treatments, medicine, physical therapy, that's your choice. That is a choice. I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm saying you have a choice. And the first step to getting anywhere is just recognizing that you do have a choice. You 100% have a choice.